this is like a weird like Twitter spat that has been so funny and so yummy, right? Because it's a disagreement two top players have that is, at the end of the day, very inconsequential, I think. It's so interesting because, like, you know, usually, like, whenever you, like, people get into a Twitter spat, it's like nameless people, like people who aren't like at the very top of the game, so it's very hard to take what they have to say as credible, right? But now you have arguably two of the best Tekken players in the world having a spat. And granted, look, it's very hard not to side with Knee on this, and here's why. Knee's whole point is this era that we have of people trying to influence patch updates via Twitter kind of sucks, right? Twitter, and this is the tweet that kind of won me over. Twitter politics are getting exhausted. Bryan has only won once in Tekken World Tour Master and Challenger events over the past year and a half, yet people keep making claims. Feels like they're working way too hard on politics. Maybe it's because if they keep pushing like this, Bandai Namco will actually nerf him. The ones calling Bryan OP are the people who don't even play him, of course. They can't play him either. They can't prove anything. Instead of trying to win with skill, they seem to choose politics instead. If Bryan were really that OP, everyone would be playing him, right? There are reportedly 3 Bryans qualified for EWC. There are 3 Eddies as well, but we don't talk about it. The other characters might also end up with 3 players or even more once the remaining tickets are decided, but who cares? The best players will rise to the top anyway. I personally think Anna and Nina are strong, so I use them in tournaments, and I even reached number 1 on the leaderboard with Nina. But those calling Bryan OP, they can't prove it. They choose politics over proving themselves, so I just ignore posts like that. Like, that's such a crazy good point, right? Where people just have taken to bitching on Twitter to try to get the game closer to what they think the game should play like, right? And it's gotten to the point where it feels so much more targeted than in the past. And he has an amazing... And see, like, look, here's Arslan, like, oh, I made a video of top players agreeing Bryan is top 3. It's like, okay. It's like, if I make a video compiling answers saying Bryan isn't top 3, does that suddenly not make him top 3? And I feel like if we played a first to 10, me using Nina and using Bryan, I'd win. You might say he doesn't fit your style, but if he's a really top 3 character, anyone should be able to perform well with him. And he has such a crazy good point. He has such a crazy good point. He has such a crazy good point. You might say he doesn't fit your style, but if he's really top 3 character, anyone should be able to perform well with him. Yeah. When Lars was called OP in Season 2, you played Lars, but you're not playing Bryan. That's because you can't do good performance with Bryan. The truth is, you just can't play Bryan. That's why you're busy playing politics, asking for nerfs. I think that's such a crazy good point. And then somebody asks, what's your top 3? He's like, I don't know. Many characters look so good and strong. It's good to choose a top 10, but it's hard to choose a top 3. And I think this is him saying, this is like the put up or shut up moment, right? This is like a put up or shut up. Let's check the first comment. Yeah, it's Kawaii Face Miles. This is like the put up or shut up moment. And then he goes, and then Arslan Ash's response is like, next year, Korea versus Pakistan main event, let's run it. And it's like, dude. He's like misunderstanding. And this is, I don't know if this is like a language barrier thing, right? Because the point that they're making 2 different points, and it feels like they're having 2 different conversations. So that's why this turned into an argument. Dude, also look at, he's thinking how he should reply. Dude, that's fucking funny. I did not see this before. But yeah, no, I'm with me where it's, yeah, like the politics game has gotten a little out of hand. And it sucks that, you know, that's where we're at. Do I blame Arslan for doing what he's doing? No. It's just I think both of them are kind of at each other's throats when the problem is just how patching is dealt with these days.